A two-sport athlete who starred on both the gridiron and the baseball diamond, Doug Clark left a big mark on UMass athletics.
First, I'd like to congratulate the entire class of the 2015 UMass Hall of Fame. Congratulations, everyone, tonight. I'd like to also take a moment to recognize a very special group of young men who were honored today prior to our game versus St. Joe's, the 1996 UMass baseball team, for their 40-win season and 40-13 overall record. They were Atlantic 10 regular season tournament champions and won 3 games in the NCAA regional tournament at the University of Florida. Florida beat us that year in the championship game to go on to the World Series, and Doug Clark was an integral part of that team. Doug came into my office one day in the fall of 1995 and asked to try out for the ball club. During our conversation, I found out that he did not play baseball in high school. He played tennis. He did not make his American Legion baseball team, the Ultimate Legion at that time. Sorry about that, Doug. I had seen Doug on the football field for UMass and knew that he was a very athletic wide receiver who might be able to provide some added speed for us on the base path. So we decided to give him a chance to try out for the ball club. When winter practice started, he was raw, but he worked his butt off. He was the first to arrive at practice and the last to leave. He listened, he learned, and he improved more over a short period of time than any other player that we had to go through the program prior to that. Essentially, he made himself into a baseball player, Division I baseball player, in about 4 months. There were some ups and downs during his early career at UMass, but he persisted and he worked, and he continued to adjust and improve. Contrary to what some coaches may say publicly, coaches have favorites. Of course we do. Our favorites are players that we can trust, play with confidence, and perform. Douglas is without a doubt a favorite of mine, just like the many young men that were honored this afternoon at our field. Doug was a 2-year team captain in 1997-98. He was a member of 2 Beanpot championship teams, 96 and 97. And in 97, he made a great catch at Fenway Park to preserve Scott Barnesby's no-hitter to win the championship against Northeastern. Great horizontal catch in the gap. Awesome play. He was also a member of 3 Atlantic 10 regular season championship teams, 96, 97, 98. He hit .360 for a career batting average, which is 4th highest all time. He had 137 career RBIs, which is 3rd all time. He was a tremendous clutch hitter. He was the kind of guy that you couldn't wait to come up with people in scoring position. In 97, he hit .415, was 76 hits, and drove in 60 runners. As was mentioned earlier, he was a 7th-round draft pick of the San Francisco Giants in 1998, which was the 2nd time that he was drafted. He signed with the Giants and worked his way up through the minor leagues to play in the big leagues with the Giants and the Oakland A's. Doug played a total of 17 years of professional baseball. In addition to playing in North America, he played in Japan, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Mexico, and Korea. Presently, he is a hitting instructor for the Single-A Giants affiliate, Augusta Green Jackets. It is my privilege and pleasure to introduce 2015 Hall of Fame inductee, Doug Clark.
Well, good evening, and thank you, Coach Stone, for those heartfelt words. I would like to congratulate you on your own milestone of 700 wins and establishing a new school record for UMass baseball. It's an honor for me to have been coached and still coached by a legend and a true friend. Thank you. I'm grateful to Athletic Director Ryan Bamford and the Hall of Fame Committee for selecting me for this honor tonight. I would like to thank my present employers, the San Francisco Giants, executives Brian Sabian, Bobby Evans, Shane Turner, Yeshaya Goldfarb, and Dick Tidrow for allowing me the opportunity to be here to accept this honor in person, as I am currently on the clock as a hitting instructor with the minor league affiliate Augusta Green Jackets. I'd like to extend my congratulations to the other inductees for their success and accomplishments here at UMass. As luck would have it, I was born into a team environment. I grew up with 6 siblings, all of whom played multiple sports. My dad played football in high school and college, so it was a given that the Clark boys would at least attempt to play that sport. As a high school football quarterback and safety, I was coached by Dan McLaughlin. I credit him for instilling me with a work ethic at an early age. He supported me throughout my college search, and I knew I wanted to attend a college with high academic standards and one where I could play football. At the time, my goal was to major in biology and continue on to dental school. UMass seemed like the perfect fit for me. I did receive my degree in biology, but life threw me a curveball, which changed my long-term goal. Thank you, Coach Mike Hodges, head coach here in 1993, for taking time out of your busy schedule to drive down to Springfield College on a cold December day to watch my Super Bowl game. I was fortunate to have my best game of the season that day. I ran for 2 touchdowns, threw for 2 touchdowns, and made 2 interceptions. It was Central's first undefeated season, and it was the first Super Bowl victory. You believed I was worthy of an opportunity to attend the University of Massachusetts on a football scholarship and continue playing athletics at the Division I level. Our years were filled with many highs and lows and wins and losses. I will always remember that no matter what the result of the play or game, you always reminded us about keeping your poise through it all. You are also a loyal legend here at the university, and I feel privileged to be coached by such a class act and a role model. Thank you. Coach Mike Stone, a moment in time that changed everything for me. After getting clearance from Coach Hodges in the fall of 1995 to approach Coach Stone about playing baseball, I got my courage up and walked into his office. Now, as Coach Stone mentioned, my baseball background was not the most conventional. Growing up in Springfield, I loved all sports, but baseball did not get a ton of attention. I didn't play in Little League. In high school, I played football in the fall, and as you know, in the winter, I played on the basketball team, a sport which we have a little history there in Springfield. In the spring, I played tennis. I'd gotten a taste of the game at an early summer playing American Legion ball. There was something about it that really appealed to me. I loved the challenge of the hitter versus pitcher, the quiet intensity of the battle. But when I approached Coach Stone, I was kind of nervous. He asked me where I had played my high school baseball. I stopped and said that I actually had played on the tennis team. And he kind of stared at me in disbelief. But he agreed to let me try out, and I decided to plunge into that challenge with every ounce of energy I had. I'll never forget that 1996 team. Many of the players on hand here today, we set a record for school victories. We played and won the Beanpot Championship at Fenway Park twice, in 1996 and 1997. Favorite moment playing at Fenway Park, just like Coach mentioned, was when Scott Barnesby pitched a no-hitter, and I had the opportunity of making a diving catch for the last out of the game and making CNN Play of the Day. Coach, thank you for believing in me. I learned from you how to play baseball at the Division I level. This opportunity led to me being drafted twice to play at the professional level. You taught us work ethic and discipline. We learned to practice at full speed and to work at every drill with max effort. The phrase that resonates in my head and motivates me still to this day is work the drill. How I received this induction news. It was a typical fall afternoon for our family in Scottsdale, Arizona, after a long coaching day for the San Francisco Giants and an instruction league. I was playing with my 2 sons and my phone rang. The number was not familiar, so I almost neglected to answer it. However, the area code was Amherst, Massachusetts. So I decided to answer it, and to my surprise, it was Ryan Bamford, telling me that I was selected to the 2015 Hall of Fame here at the University of Massachusetts. I was very excited and couldn't wait to get off the phone to share the news with my wife and family. I started to explain in Spanish to my wife, Pilar, who is Mexican-American. I told her that I was going to be inducted into the UMass Athletic Hall of Fame. At the time, she was changing a diaper for our son, Michael, and in her true fashion looked at me and said in Spanish, "De único salón de fama tú necesitas entrar es mío. Ahora, pásame una pañal, por favor." Which translates in English, is the only Hall of Fame you need to enter is mine. Now pass me a diaper, please. And for those men with children, we know that it's an impossible Hall of Fame to enter, so I was quickly humbled. Reaching this milestone is truly an honor for me. It is and will be a privilege to be on this wall with past, current, and future inductees. The education that I received from the University of Massachusetts has been instrumental in helping me to mature and grow into the man I am today. The work ethics that I developed as a student athlete have helped me to balance the challenges of life. Working through the minor leagues, playing internationally in Mexico, Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, South Korea, and ultimately the major leagues would have never been accomplished if it wasn't for my experiences here at the University of Massachusetts. I credit and thank my professors, coaches, and teammates. My past and future experiences will not only continue to affect me, but will be passed on to my children as they grow. We will stress the importance of education. We will share our experiences with them. When they are looking into colleges, we will definitely bring them to UMass. I will show them the wall and explain what a great honor it was for me to be inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame. I feel blessed that I am able to share this honor with the people that have kept me focused on the task at hand, especially my wife, Pilar, and my two sons. My mother and father, Bill and Peggy. And my brothers and sisters. It's a lot here, so you can hold that one, I think, after the first one. William and Tara. Andrew and Debbie. Gavin, also a UMass grad and baseball player. My brother Connell, UMass baseball player and graduate. And wife Christina, also a UMass grad. Thank you. My two sisters, Molly and fiance Norm, Nora and husband Tommy, also a UMass baseball player and son of Hall of Fame inductee Ray Ellerbrook. My Auntie Bunny and Uncle Lenny, my cousin Roland, UMass alum, and wife Chris. My best friend Mark and wife Bridget. Thanks for making the trip out. Appreciate you guys. I credit my parents for inspiring me and instilling in all of us determination, perseverance, and the importance of an education. As a parent, I now realize the magnitude of having family and friends to share in these special occasions. As I reflect on this personal achievement, I'm aware that throughout life's journey, we encounter many people that contribute to our successes. With your continued support and my passion for baseball, I know I will coach these young baseball players with all who all have their own hopes and dreams. I know from my own experiences that amazing things can happen when you work passionately towards a goal and get support from great coaches and loving members of your family. So remember, all you young student athletes out there, keep your poise through it all. Work the drill. And like Maximus Meridius from the Gladiator once said, what we do in life echoes in eternity. Thank you. Go UMass.